Welcome design students. In this video of the Castle series, I'm going to show you how to make simple bridges and stairs. We're going to use some familiar tools like extruding and deforming with bend, but we'll also be using a new tool called symmetry. So let's get started. As you can see here, I have a set of stairs, and this set of stairs is a set of stairs where I have extruded the stairs up, and I simply have a bend modifier on it that allows me to bend it all the way in a circle if I want, or I can just bend it to curve around something else like the outside of a tower. This bridge was created using bend and extrude, and then I simply used symmetry to make these. I extruded these and then I made them flare, and I used symmetry to make them exact on either side. And I'll be showing you how to do that. I'm going to start by deleting these two objects, and we're just going to start over again. We're going to start with the cube. I'm going to make the bridge first. I'm going to scale this out, and like so, and like so. Now, if you remember correctly, we need some geometry around which the deformer can work, and we also need some geometry to extrude. So I'm going to go to the polycube node in the attributes editor, and I'm going to add some subdivisions. I'm going to add 2 this way, and I'm going to add a number this way. Now these edges here will help me make the rails. So the first thing I'm going to do is right click, switch to edge mode. I'm going to double click on this edge to select the whole loop, and that means the edge going all the way around the box. I'm going to hold down shift and double click that edge. And then I'm going to use the scale tool to scale these out towards the edge a little bit. And this is going to make the side rail. It's going to give me the polygons to extrude to make the side rail. And now the next thing we need to do is bend this. We're going to bend it before we extrude it. So let's switch to object mode, go to deform, nonlinear bend. And then let's add some curvature. And it's bending in the wrong direction, so we're going to have to rotate it. Let's double click on our rotate tool and make sure step snap is turned on. I'm going to rotate it this way, and then I need to rotate it this way so that the bend bends the bridge like I want. Now that's a little too much, so I'm just going to back that off a little bit, maybe like that. You may want your bridge to be bent that much. That's entirely up to you. And now I'm going to grab both of these objects and hopefully move them up. Good, I can do that. I'm going to leave the bend on it because I may want to adjust it. But actually, I think I don't want to adjust it. I'm going to select the cube and go to Edit, Delete by Type, History, and permanently apply that bend. And now we're going to extrude the side rails. So I'm going to switch to face mode, and I'm going to select, all of these polygons along the edge here, and the ones on the other side. I'm going to rotate around my object to make sure I didn't inadvertently select a couple. I did, so I'm going to hold down Control to deselect those. And now we can extrude the rails. We simply hold down Shift and drag up to make them as high as we want. And now we're going to use symmetry to make those braces for the underside. So I need to look at my object and see how it's oriented. Okay, so this is the x-axis, this is the y, and this is the x-axis, this is the z, and this is the y. So when I'm looking at it in this viewport, from this direction, I need the symmetry to be on the z-axis. In other words, anything I do to this side needs to happen to this side. So to turn symmetry on, you simply come up here to your status line, and you'll see symmetry. It's off. We want to make it object Z in this case. And now that means anything that I select on one side is selected on the other side. Same here. So what we want to do is select a number of polygons here. I think maybe 7 would be a good number. And notice it's the same on the other side. And now when I hold down Shift and extrude, everything that happens on one side happens on the other. So now we need to make that curve here. To make the curve, I'm going to switch to one of my orthographic views by pushing the space bar, and I'm going to switch to this one, which is side, and I'm going to switch to vertex mode, and I'm going to grab these vertices here and pull them up, and then I'm going to grab these and pull them up. And what I'm trying to do here is create kind of a curve, and I don't have to worry about the other side because I have symmetry turned on. And we could even flare these out a little bit and then take this one and tuck it in to sort of make it look like it curves that way. And you just kind of have to play with this a little bit to get it to look like you want. Now the reason I'm dragging a selection box, a marquee selection box, around each vertex is because I want to make sure I'm selecting them on both sides. Remember, I have two sides here. See, I have two sides. And that is how you create a simple bridge. Now we could do a number of other things with this. We could extrude every other one of these and connect them at the top here to make it look like it sort of was a little more decorative. We could inset the polygons here and delete them to make them look a little more decorative. There's lots of things we could do, but we're just trying to make a simple bridge. And there you have it. Okay, next we're going to make the stairs. I'm going to switch back to object mode and move my my bridge over. I'm going to create a box. This will be the basis of my stairs. I'm going to make it long and wider and maybe a little flatter. And now I need geometry to extrude for my stair treads. So I'm going to go to the polycube node and I'm going to, that is the wrong direction. That is the wrong direction. I'm going to add enough subdivisions in the correct direction to make my steps. These are the ones I'm going to extrude. So to extrude them, what you do is you simply right click and switch to face mode. I'm going to get my move tool and we're just going, oops, I got to turn symmetry off. And we just select all of these except for the first one. Hold down Shift and pull it up. Then we hold down Control and deselect the first one in the line and pull the rest up. And we just keep doing that, trying to keep them all the same height. I'm sure there's a way to program the computer to do this, but I don't know how to do that. Now I know they're not all exactly the same height, but I'm just trying to work fast. Now if you want to leave it like that, you can, but of course if you want to bend it, then all you got to do is switch to object mode and apply the bend. Give it some curvature and rotate the bend handle in the correct direction for whichever way you want it to bend. And then give it as much or as little bend as you want. And that is how you make simple stairs. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.